we also raised them to have respect. Now, like when, oh honey, those people down at school, they knew me.
Mm-hmm.
Because I really went to fight for my children. If I felt that there was something going wrong, I was there.
So can we talk about that, the environment of the school system here? So you're a black family, I would imagine.
The school system is a good system.
Right.
It was back then. I don't know now. I mean, at one time, they were rated 4th in the country. Now that's just how
This
good.
is Hopewell.
Yeah, that's how good Pennington was. But you had to really go and stand up. Now, like one time, when we were living across from Millville Hall, it was a Christmas time, and Bobby, Cheryl, I think it was 3 of the older children, had gone out to shovel snow to help, because that Christmas was a bad Christmas for us, and we couldn't give the children everything they wanted. So their older brothers and sisters went out to shovel snow to help, get some money so they could do it. And when they went back to school, in one of the classes, the teacher asked my daughter, "What did you do over the holidays?" And she told them what she did. And the teacher said, "Why are you lying like that?" She said, "People don't do things like that anymore." So when she came home and told me, I went to school.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, "My children don't lie." I said, "They get punished when they lie." I said, "They get punished more for lying than they do for what they did."
Mm-hmm.
And you see, this is the way I was. I read a book. I gave it to my oldest son to read. The teacher took it from him. And I said, "Why?" She said, "I shouldn't be reading." I said, "Honey, if I read it and gave it to you, you can read it."
It's that simple.
Yeah. So I went to school to get the book. The teacher had taken it home. You see what I mean? I mean, when my children could cook, sew, they learned from scratch. Nona made her own return to school clothes at 9 years old. They could cook. They took home economics. The teacher sent home a note that she was going to teach them how to bake. You have to get a box of this and a box of that and a box of the other.
Mm-hmm.
So I went to school. I said, that's not cooking. All of my girls in that home economic class got a C.
Why so?
Because they knew more than the teacher.
Okay.
That same woman taught home economics.
The one who took the book?
No, the home economics, the cooking and the sewing teacher.
Okay.
But the thing was that when I found out what she did she would say she wanted 6 yards of this. Well, here I had a little short girl. She's not going to use 6 yards of material to make a 2-piece outfit.
Mm-hmm.
So I would go and tell her. Okay, whenever there was a school night where the parents had to go, I would go to that woman and I'd show her exactly what I made and how I made it.
Mm-hmm.
I made a fur coat, and I wore that fur coat to show her that it could be done. But you see, her girls went to college on quote-unquote scholarships. All my girls got C's.
Okay.
You
Wow.
see, but that's not to say. You see, I was not going to let them walk over my children. Now, when Calvin and Winona joined the Air Force, they took the exams, and the recruiter said that they scored higher than the whole class he had at that particular time. I went back to the school and told the school, I said, I want you to know this because it's to your benefit. See, if anything good happened, I would tell them. But if anything bad happened, I would fight for it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the way I was.
Clever.
When school closed in June, it began at home for the summer. You read an hour every day, you learn a new word, you look it up, use it in a sentence. A word begins with a letter and it ends with a letter. And that's the way they were raised.
So did you do this because you knew that they would need extra? They would need extra?
That's the way I was raised.
So kindness, respect, respect for education.
Yes. To me, it's like the parent should start at home. And from the very beginning, teach that child respect. Because I was in the grocery store one time, and the woman was saying to the little girl, that's all right, we'll do it when we get home. No, we'll do it when we get home. No. I went over to that little girl, I said, what your mother tell you? And I looked around and said, uh-oh, somebody's going to get me. Mm-hmm. And the woman grabbed that child and took her out of the store. Now I'm saying, that child, because I said to her, I said, who's the mother here? Mm-hmm. That child was ruling the mother. You see. So how is that child going to grow up? Last year, I got a message from the mother of one of the little girls that I had watched here up on this thing when she was 5 years old. She lived up in Vermont, and she told her mother that she still remembers being in our house. Mm-hmm. Now, why would a grown-up woman say something like that?
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying?
Right. Because she remembers what you were modeling.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
To this day, I'll meet somebody, oh, I remember the cake I had at your house. You do? Mm-hmm. I mean, things like that. And it's just that I just feel so blessed because God has led me to do what I'm doing. And just like I said, I said, when I say my prayers, I say, God, I know you're sick of me, mm-hmm. but when I'm here, whatever you want me to do, I'll do.